fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Joey! How about that? It's almost a final. It's almost a final. Cross your fingers here. Looking good, however. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. It is a 5-3 Brewers lead in the top of the ninth inning. They were down 3-goose in this one.
Then Kenosha
hit.
Oh.
I'll give you that in a second here. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, and the Brewers and Robert Gasser, 5 2/3, a 3-run ball. This close to a quality start. I thought he pitched okay.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Gasser being good is very good for this team, and it's a good problem to have. We've said that plenty of times this year with the Brewers. Their starting pitching depth is a good problem to have right now.
Wow. And they've been doing the job. I think I misspoke earlier this afternoon. The last 6 starts for the Brewers coming into this game, their starters, 0.82 ERA, not 0.62. So it's 0.82, which is historic proportion in a 6-game run, considering the amount of hits and strikeouts that they've had in those 6 games. And Gasser, not perfect tonight. But again, Tommy, we've talked about it before with these young starters and this starting rotation as a whole. They keep you in every single game. You're in every game to allow this comeback to happen. And so there's 2 outs now in the 9th inning. I guess on the Brewers Radio Network, they have a first inning quick trip round the bases thing. And you know, there's a contestant. Our contestant is Tommy Wortz from Cudahy. Or it's, the 6th inning, the Woodman's home run thing. I always try to guess the city in which they're from, the contestant. And I hit one tonight, Kenosha. And they were down 3-0 at that time, and I knew they were going to win this game once I hit that.
Yeah, they've outscored them 5-0 since then. That point,
since then. Now
also,
my record in guessing right is 5 in a season. And I'm at 4 already.
Oh, halfway there. I mean, you're on pace. Would you take that? We're doing all our halves as well, right? I mean, would you take it?
Pacing a snowman.
I also have to say,
there it is.
Nice. Very nice. Am I getting this right? The Brewers now victorious 5-3, a strikeout of Ellie De La Cruz to end this game. It's great to have Trevor McGill back too. That's another one that just feels so good, as he's been lights out now through his last 15 appearances, I believe. Am I doing this right? 6 games, the Brewers had 6 for 51 with runners in scoring position. Is that what
somewhere
it was?
In there? Yes.
So they've gotten 25% of their hits with runners in scoring position tonight over the last week. Oh, man. Well, you want to talk about Cudahy math? That was right on the money right there.
It is a final from American Family Field, and the results are good. A Brewers 5-3 victory to take game 1 of this 4-game series. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, and a much more than a feel-good win. I think a bounce-back win.
Much needed.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, for as bad as yesterday was, and as bad as, in terms of wins and losses, that Cubs series was, at the end of the day, after this win, the Brewers as a whole are 5-2 in their last 7.
I got it. Slump buster.
Reds are slump busters?
Yeah, I think so, right? This is a slump buster. Totally needed this win for that.
Yeah, typically that term is used for some other things.
Justin in North Carolina. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, okay, now I get it.
Okay.
I mean, I made the mistake back in the 90s when I got into this sports thing to address a player during an interview, and and I'm like, well, I'm here to interview you to be the slump buster. And I went, ooh, yeah, no, I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, gosh.
No, that was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That was really dumb. Want to get your reaction, a bounce back victory off the mat, though. And I think that's the impressive thing about this one. You know, it's 3-zip, your offense, and granted, I'm not ripping on the team, but they've been scuffling. They have been. We all know that. You guys watch Brewers games. But to be down 3-zip mid-game here, I mean, this is, what, 6th inning? And you're down 3-zip. It still felt okay to me. Honestly, it kind of did. You knew they were going to get something going because they had gotten things going throughout the game, and you just continue that, you're going to have a shot at this thing. But a couple of different things. Tommy, you mentioned it. Boy, is it nice to have McGill back, and you're not even worried about it right now. That's the feel I get.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Also, good to be back. Aaron Ashby got the win today.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, all is right in Brewers baseball.
That's right. Right back on track. So you also have a surging Sal Frelick trying to make an argument for an everyday player. At least in June he is. He's coming back.
I think that the argument is, like, obviously Sal Frelick. I don't think he's fighting for it by any means. I think he's the guy who's playing the best right now, and he's playing as often as he is. Sal, he's started in game 3, in game 2, and in the last series. He didn't play because they had the Vaughn outfield in the Miz game, but then he was playing against the Reds in game 4 and game 2 of that one. Like, he's been regularly in the lineup.
And I think that's what it might take to get him back on track. And he is sort of back on track here. Had a couple of hits, a walk, a run scored. And then we finally get to Joey. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Joey chants.
Here, say it with me. Joey. Joey.
Still back at the warning track.
Get out of here.
Oh! Joey Ortiz.
Look at you, Joey.
Joey, boy, he needed that. Wow.
Like, as if not everyone is sucking on the team. Joey needed it more than anyone else.
Yes, exactly.
Like, in a team of suck over the last week, Joey Ortiz needed it more than anyone.
Yes. Of all the suckiest sucks that suck, Joey needed that right there. A game-winning 8th inning 2-run bomb for Joey Ortiz. And I didn't hear the Joey chants before the at-bat, but I did hear them after the at-bat. I love it. And the Brewers back to 20 games over 500 at 51-31. And they take game 1 of this 4-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. How did you feel early in this game? Through 4 innings, you had 4 walks, a hit batter, and a double.
Oof.
4, 5, 6 base runners through 4 innings, and you didn't have anything to show for it. I think you probably should read my text, inning by inning. I mean, because I was texting you inning by inning. Ooh, this is tough, or this is painful. More pain. Do they think we like pain? I mean, it was just painful.
I had made the maybe in poor taste joke of it was so painful, Reds players were painfully hurting themselves throughout the game too.
Right,
but I mean, that the offense, it was painful in the beginning.
It just was. And now they come back off the mat. This might get them going here a little bit, relax them a little bit to know that that's in there. It's 5 runs. It's not 15. But again, you lead right back to pitching. And how about Henderson last night?
Yeah, I'm excited for that move because then I anticipate Drowan goes back to the pen. Again, not necessarily because of his performance on the mound, but just how valuable he's going to be in the bullpen when Henderson comes back, man. Where's the weakness? Like, where if they're going to have a starting rotation of Ms. Harrison, okay, and Woodruff, who's amazing, Gasser all of a sudden serviceable, and Sproat emerging. Like,
stepping up. Yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, let's go. And then now look, Henderson's going to take one of their jobs.
Yes, he's going to have to. And then that is it. Are you projecting Henderson for when is that doubleheader? That's
the Cardinals
next week, correct? That's next Wednesday.
So yeah, let me double check.
Is that next Wednesday? I want to say Tuesday.
So
or
after
Wednesday?
Cincinnati, it's the Diamondbacks for the weekend for the 4th, and then yes, they will have 5 games in 4 days, starting July 6th through July 9th. The doubleheader is on Tuesday.
Okay. I would assume that's where Henderson slots in.
You bring him up as like a 27th that day.
Yep.
And
that way you don't have to make a decision until then. So I mean, again, a really good competitive start out of the Brewers starters. And tonight it was Robert Gasser, 5 2/3. Yeah, 3 runs. Again, though, guys, 3 runs is not a mountain. And you would assume you're going to score a few runs. That's game. You keep them in the game. It's a nice performance. And then Chad Patrick, a little bumpy in the 1 inning. It didn't help his error. I mean, that's not going to help you out. But he held firm. There's a scoreless outing for Chad Patrick. And then Ashby qualified for the win. Go figure. And then it's McGill in the 9th inning. Offensively, Bryce Terang, it was nice to see him do what he did tonight, and also Joey Ortiz, the big 2-run home run, and Pat Murphy with those pinch hitters in the 6th inning. Oh, that wasn't a slumping manager to me right there.
Oh,
those were some great moves, and it paid off right there in the 6th. More after the break here. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. It's here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Want to get your reaction on this one. Nicolay Law talk and text line at 414-677-1250. Brewers win. They take game 1, 5-3 the final. Welcome back. A 5-3 exciting Brewers victory this Monday night prior to the final day of June. Over the Reds, game one win in this 4-game series. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show, and your reaction on this. Okay, I want all you guys that were killing Joey Ortiz. It's time to fess up and say you're sorry. Well,
are you waiting for me? Are you waiting for me to say it? Is that why you paused?
Maybe not.
I am grateful for Joey Ortiz today. And you know what, dude? He just looks he had the error at short today.
Ooh.
He was trying to make a play. I mean, in hindsight, maybe just eat it. Maybe just eat it.
Yep.
But he had a hell of a play at third base again today. Whenever you slot him in over there, he just doesn't miss a beat. And he is the best defensive player on the team for any value in that.
There is value in that.
Yeah, I mean, when you bat 202, it's hard to justify, but he is the best defensive player on the team. I can say that definitively.
Two-run bomb tonight.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. You want to hear it one more time? I mean, we can
do.
hear it one more time. That's
I do.
fine. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Fly ball to center. Back is Friedel. Still back at the warning track, and it's gone! Joey Ortiz! Joey, boy, he needed that. Wow.
Man, he needed it on a team who can't get a hit with runners in scoring position over the last week.
Of all things, Joey Ortiz needed that.
God, can Christian Yelich do that, please? Would love to see if Jake Bauers would do that, too. Like, I'm totally down.
Hey, your boy came through tonight.
He did have a hit.
First one from Petty. Line to left. Base hit. Vaughn sent around third. He'll score. Yelich to third. Skunk is out of the box, Rock.
Finally hit with a man in scoring position tonight.
Yeah, and there was on Brewers TV. Look at the moves from Murph. You pinch hit Yelich there in the 6th inning, draws a walk. You pinch hit Bauers there in the 6th inning, RBI base hit. Get the Brewers on the board. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that was just it's just I mean, you got to give the manager credit when those things happen.
Well, he did get bailed out by Joey Ortiz as well for pinch running Vaughn with two outs in the 7th.
And I didn't like that, did I?
No.
I said this game may go into extras, and wouldn't you like Vaughn to have an at-bat late?
Well, what if we had a judge that could tell us about this? Mr. J-Mo, you're up. We got a case here. Pat Murphy, did he manage out of the slump today, or were there still a couple of bonehead ones?
Oh, man. Come on now. It's about positivitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of a positive question, though. I mean, did he manage his way out of a slump here? He made some great decisions.
He emptied the bench. Practically, 4 guys came off the bench tonight? Am I wrong?
Somewhere in there. Yeah.
Well, it was Mitchell, Yelich, Bauers. Yeah, Hamilton, right?
Yeah, and a pinch runner.
Yeah. I think he got it.
Yeah, no, he's playing to win. And then and did anybody expect Jorge Ortani to blast one off?
Every time up, I'm not lying to you. Every time he gets inside the batter's box, I am thinking today's the day. That's the one. Come on, Joey. You gotta accidentally run into one once in a while. And he did.
That is some positivity right there.
but again, though, if you look at no Yelich, no Bauers in the starting lineup, no Mitchell on top of that. If you look at when Murphy went to this, Lodolo leaves the game. Was it just because Lodolo left the game and then it was, okay, we got some right-handers. I'm going to force the hand here. I'm going to bring in my lefties off the bench. We're going to go for it here. Or was it pushing it because, I better do this now because there may not be a situation late in the game where I even should get these guys ABs, just run it off the sheet and we lose. Which one was it? Was that more strategy or was that just out of, my offense has been scuffling here a little bit. I better go for it right now.
I think he flipped the pocket pancake in his pocket there, and it came up strategery.
Okay, go the strategy. So as soon as the lefty Lodolo left, shortly thereafter, he was going to get his lefties back in.
I think that, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with, because I'm going to, in Murph we trust until we don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
No doubt.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah.
All right, Judge. Good hearing from you.
What was on the menu today, JMO?
Today at work, I made, chicken thighs with a puttanesca sauce, Greek spinach rice with lemon, and sauteed broccolini with Parmesan cheese on top of that. And pita bread. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know.
I mean,
you don't know that he's a chef.
I do know that.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Why you got to add all this special localini?
Okay, broccolini is a vegetable.
It was a Greek themed menu, and I don't.
Give me a cheeseburger and fries. Can I get a cheeseburger and
there
fries?
Goes my euro.
Watch him as he goes.
There you go.
Going to hear from
Well
Pat
done,
Murphy in the next hour as well. Judge, thank you. Enjoy the victory.
Peace, love, brother Joey.
5-3 victory with an 8th inning 2-run game untying home run from Joey Ortiz. He's the star of the game tonight, no doubt. But a lot did their job tonight. We're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Brewers take game 1 of this 4-game series, 5-3 the final. Stick around. Welcome back. It is the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, a 5-3 come from behind victory. Woo-hoo. Bryce Terang, you can't go without talking about that home run.
Oh yeah, it was big. It was big during that.
Terang to center. Back, Friedel still back, and we are tied.
Yeah, you can tell by the sound of a Bryce Terang. When he gets it, when he barrels it, you know it's going to carry. And then Joey Ortiz, go ahead, 2-run homer in that 8th inning.
Fly ball to center. Back is Friedel. Still back at the warning track, and he's gone! Joey Ortiz.
Oh, he needed that one.
Right away, Joey, boy, he needed that.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, I want to get your reaction on this. Another something to think about here. Tommy and I were talking about the ABS, and I don't know how else to put this. The Brewers aren't very good at challenging.
Dude, they suck. They just suck at it so bad. It's so bad. And especially when they're hitting, they're the worst when they're hitting in Major League Baseball. They're really good at it when Williams behind the dish, but when anyone else is up at the plate, I mean, Gary Sanchez just
that is the thing here with Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez is taking out all his anger on previously called bad pitches in the history of him playing baseball
from 7 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Because Mark Ripperger got him in New York.
Joe West.
Yes. I just ponder this. I think it's a good thing to ponder when we talk about players that do what they do, and sometimes they just do what they do, and that's that. They are who they are. Think about this. Realistically, with what Gary Sanchez is doing with ABS challenges, we all know he's at times out of control with them, right? Isn't the strategy to you got to hold one in a tight ball, especially in a tight ball game? Don't you?
I mean, the Brewers are the second best record in baseball.
And in tight ball games, isn't the overall strategy, now again, we're just kind of new to this, but isn't the overall, in a broad brushstroke, the overall strategy is, okay, fine. If you're down to one, you're down to one. But you, in a tight game, save that toward the end, don't you? I mean, isn't that common sense?
Jeremy says, can we take away Gary Sanchez's decision and see where the Brewers are? I am on it, Jeremy. Don't you worry.
Okay, so realistically, do you believe Pat Murphy or one of the coaches has talked to Gary Sanchez about that?
It would be malpractice if they didn't.
If they did not. What does that tell you? That Gary just does his thing. He's just going to do his thing. I just thought that was an interesting off-air conversation. Maybe we'll have more time down the line to talk about that. But right now, let's get to your reaction. I want you guys to continue doing the Joey chants. Just do it. Just why not? Just have fun. That's part of the fun of this 26 championship season. Go ahead when you're at American Family Field. Just go ahead with the Joey chants. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun.
Well, let's go down the Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Austin's in Virginia. What's going on, Austin?
Joey.
Yeah, see, we're yes, there you go.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Really kind of a lot to unpack here, but you guys mentioned it being a bounce back game. I actually think this is like more of a get right game. It was good to see us, down 3-0, be able to come back. Gasser's line wasn't horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good to see, I know Chad Patrick struggled a little bit, but it was kind of good to see him rebound. And then Ashby come in and then McGill close it out. One thing I did want to draw attention to, you're probably not going to see this in the box score, or matter of fact, I know we're not, but Lodolo had 96 pitches. Of those 96 pitches, like 23 of them were seen by Jackson Trio. He saw like a quarter of the pitches from him.
Yeah, 11 pitch strikeout. Yeah.
You take a look. He was 0 for 4, but the fact that that helped us get to Petty and Maul and all that. That helped us get to that and really leverage that, which is good. One thing, I don't know. I mean, I want to get your guys' thoughts with this. I love Yelly, huge Yelly fan. I don't. He just doesn't seem, in that at bat in the 7th against Maul, like that curveball was way out of the zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if he just doesn't seem like he's getting good swings in. I wonder if he's seen the ball right, but this is the type of win you need, especially when you're going, in a type of series that we're going to need ahead, especially when we're having this long road trip coming up before the All-Star break.
That's a couple of great points. All right. Thanks, Austin. Thanks for
Austin.
listening on the free Odyssey app. Yelly has been, he's been struggling against low in, and he's got to start laying off that. I mean, that is a rollover waiting to happen. So he does, and he goes through funks like this, but when he gets right, he'll get right. You mentioned Petty. Yeah, off Tom Petty. They got it done.
Bryce Petty. Yeah, he got wrecked today.
Petticoat Junction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
Let's go from leaving the game today. It's Big Dog Chase. What's going on? Did you get recognized today, Big Dog?
Nope, but Larry said he heard me.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Shout out to Larry again. What do you got today, boss?
Yep. Larry. Okay. First off, holy moly. Joey freaking Ortiz.
Were you chanting
Joey?
Joey? Joey.
That spreads.
First off, out of all people, Joey Ortiz would step up to the plate in a moment like that. And boy, did he deliver today.
He did.
Beautiful.
He did. It was awesome. It was amazing. How'd the crowd pop after that one, Big Dog?
Ooh, it was loud.
Did you
Nice.
start the Joey chants? Are they still doing tarps off at games, Big Dog Chase?
Not tonight. I saw something that they're allowing it now, but not in games that are sellouts. But I've seen it lately, even during the week.
Okay. All right. Just curious.
Maybe a 4th of July thing.
It was just a warm one today. It would have been a good one for it. I thought. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But then I just want to say, Joey Ortiz would have walked probably if he could have challenged those pitches.
Mm-hmm.
But again, Gary Sanchez. Oh, I'm just going to use a meaningless challenge.
I'm sure that's the way he sounded too.
I believe it.
Then Aaron Ashby. Wow, his arm is about to fall off, but he got another win. 11 wins for Aaron Ashby.
As a reliever, that leads the league, and the next closest is 9.
Then I noticed during Joey's interview, Joey got rid of the blonde. He got a buzz cut now.
Okay.
Is the buzz cut the answer?
And maybe, and Cooper Pratt got rid of his mustache. Did I hear that too?
I didn't see that, but I hope so.
Okay. All right, Big Dog. Thank you.
Chad
Enjoy this
Patrick's
one.
been looking good lately, too.
Well,
Yeah.
today you
He
did.
did tonight.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
did.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Big Dog.
See you later.
Tim Allen, how many ABS challenges have the Brewers gotten
Oh,
correctly
man.
this year as batters? How many have they gotten correct as batters?
Not many.
22.
Of?
That is 22 of 54.
Not good.
41%. That is the 5th lowest in Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
that might be coming into today, just so everyone knows.
Mhm.
If you took away Gary Sanchez, the Brewers would have the least amount of challenges, one, which is already the case. They would go from 22 down to 13, but they would be 13 for 19. 68% would be the best by 8%
Oh,
in
look
Major
at
League
that.
Baseball.
See, and again, you can't tell me that they haven't spoken to the man about this. You're right, Tommy. They'd be derelict in duty if they didn't.
Right. You got it. You got it.
So what does that tell you about Sanchez?
Yeah, he's just defiant.
No, well, it just tells me, well, maybe, but it also tells me just that it doesn't matter. Gary's going to do what Gary does.
Gary's going to do what Gary does. That's true. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talking text line. Let's go over to Kenny. Go ahead, crack the beer, Kenny.
Holy Moses. I got beers flying everywhere around here tonight, but let's get her started the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Throw your love to Joey Ortiz now. I know you've been backing that kid for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways, next subject. Jesus. Well, it's about time, every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut.
He does.
And what, you know what? It was fabulous for Ortiz. I know the players on that bench that have been with him for this whole time, they're all hoping for big things for him. And man, I got to tell you, here, the visual says all you need to see. He can play defense. He just can't hit.
Well, he did tonight.
Yeah, okay, great. But you see how much love I'm giving him.
Did you just vomit?
No, I felt. But
Okay.
the fact of the matter is that you know what? I never want our players to do bad, ever. There are guys, but we've seen a monstrous sample size in this guy in terms of lack of output when it comes to offense. So, you know what? You get to a point where you say, great, thank you, and now let's move on. So
Perkins a couple of weeks ago against Sanchez. You get Joey tonight. I mean,
okay,
I will take
great.
it.
Sure. If you want to win the World Series and you're gonna hang your hat on these guys, seriously, come on.
They might.
No, Tim.
I think Joey Ortiz might be here all the way through the playoffs. I don't think there's a good chance he doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you know why? Because Murph, like Council. Remember, Council used to do this all the time with every shortstop that couldn't hit. Well, I had to keep him on the team. He's a great defensive player. Oh, my God. When are you guys going to get your head out of your dupa? Like I'm up in the North Woods. They say dupa for your backside.
It's a Polish thing.
It's time. Yes, you are 100% right because we're both Polish.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, if you want to win a World Series, you cannot have these guys on your team. That's
I think you
fact.
can with Joey. I think you
No,
can.
you can't,
I think you can. Yes.
Tim, you actually, you know what? I think you drank more beers than I did tonight because you're talking goofy.
No, I'm serious.
way.
I wouldn't say it unless I meant it. I think there's a chance that Joey Ortiz will be on this team and all playoff rosters. Yes, I do think there's a chance of that.
If you're going to win a World Series, there's no way you can have him and Perkins on this team. There's no way, because in the end, when you need those big base hits in a playoff game to move you to a pennant or to a World Series win, these guys are not going to do it. They're not primetime players. It's time that, Matt Arnold, I said, are you listening?
Notice
Murphy.
what I said. On the roster. I didn't say
okay.
starting.
It doesn't matter if they're starting. They're taking up spots for guys that can actually hit. That's where this needs to change. If you want to win a World Series, Tim, I want to see a World Series win. These guys are not the guys that are going to get us to the promised land. That's
okay.
a fact.
So what did we learn on this call, Tommy? We learned that he almost vomited on the radio.
That was a good burp. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the best. Yeah.
Instead of Murph, it was Burf. So
I also thought it was Burf. I thought he said Burf.
I think he did say Burf.
I heard Burf. Yeah.
All right, Kenny. Good
Thanks,
deal,
Ken.
Man.
Thanks
for
Ken.
the fun.
Let's go over to Mr. Ferguson. Mr. Ferguson, how are we doing tonight?
I don't even know what to say.
I gave you the easiest lead up right there. You just got to go to Ken after that. Come on.
But that's what's got me kind of speechless. I don't even know not sure where to start. I don't, I'm sure Ken's a nice guy. I don't think we've ever met, but
again, you have to, he needed to listen to what I said. I said, there's a chance that Joey remains on this roster for as far as the Brewers play this year.
And you're a big Joey Ortiz guy, Mr. Ferguson. We know that.
That doesn't mean guaranteed, and it certainly doesn't mean start.
Tim, I agree with you. And I think it's more than a chance. I think it's almost a certainty at this point. And I'm going to kind of go into why I think that. It's got less to do with on field than people might think. Ken mentioned the visual of the home run and the post-game interview. I was paying close attention to that because I'm starting to try to understand how this organization functions so well. Because it's not just about talent. There's something bigger in play. Everybody to a man on that team was ecstatic. It looked like a playoff walk-off reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Joey is a glue guy. He's a center of that locker room. And if you want to destroy get something good going on, do what they did when they traded Hader. That's kind of the equivalent. Some guys are just the glue guy, and you put up with ups and downs. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, it's almost like they treat him as their little brother, or I won't say a mascot because that's a little too demeaning.
Okay, Mr. Ferguson, I'll ask you: is Blake Perkins the same?
To an extent, I think they trust Blake because he can play all over the field. Really, he's kind of on the end of the bench. You don't see him in a whole lot of circumstances. You're going to see guys get inserted, especially this time of year, that aren't going to get a lot of play down the stretch. But you gotta put bodies on the field, give guys days off. This is the dog days of the season. They're on a huge long stretch of games with no break. I mean, all of those guys that you want to be able to trust them. You're not gonna do something stupid. Yeah, you're not Babe Ruth. That's why you're on the end of the bench. But you're never gonna screw up.
Right.
That's why they're there.
Yeah, I think again, the fun factor in the Joey chance, I think plays into this thing. I do. To your point, that a glue guy. Now that doesn't mean he's a leader. I don't think, Fergie. I don't think that's what you're saying.
No, the glue guy is. Everybody in your friend group has that one guy, right? Everything just kind of revolves around him. He doesn't try, but he's not a leader. He's just there.
He's just the guy you make fun of that we can all laugh at.
Laugh with.
No.
Yeah, but it's not the same if you're not making fun of him.
No, but the thing is, he's like the hub on the wheel, but he's not the leader. Yelly is the leader. Woody is the leader.
Yeah.
That's not changeable either. I mean, that's kind of cooked into it. But this team wins because they're together. They're pulling in the same direction all the time, and they genuinely like each other.
And see, that's why I question the Sanchez thing about.
Well, he had a trip through here before, if I recall.
And he was kind of veteran leadership to that point too, and I think he is again. Yeah, I think he's got a lot of respect in that clubhouse. I do.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe, but if you remember, he was shipped off mid-season. I don't know that he fits the vibe.
I just think you know what you get with him, and they're good with that.
I think you don't know what you get with.
It works now. It works for now. He doesn't need to go anywhere.
But Mr. Ferguson, you also it's just like delaying Jefferson Caro inevitability too.
Sort of.
Where you're like, you kind of had Jefferson Caro's falling into Tyler Black syndrome, where it's like, okay, this is a prospect that we're supposed to be excited for that's never going to come up, and he's going to be just 24 walked. Years old before he finally gets up.
Wait. I want to remind you one thing. Guerrero had a devastating shoulder injury. He is only now back. His arm is only now back to close to what it was. I don't know if
Sure, but they brought him up at some point this year too.
I'm sure they wanted to give him a taste of the bigs. I don't think that was a long-term deal. I think they're happy with him doing a really long rehab. That's what this is.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. I would agree with that. And you would assume they turn him loose as the backup next year. I'm assuming that.
He's coming. That's why nobody's talking about doing anything at catcher. They're fine there.
All right. Ferguson, always a pleasure, man. Good stuff. See, him and I are president and vice president of the Joey Ortiz fan club. I'm sorry, of the Joey Ortiz fan club.
Mm-hmm. Vote for Joe. I got you. Yeah, that's what Tim has in his front yard. Let's keep going down the Nicolay Law fan talking text line. Bodie's over in Waukesha. What's up, Bodie?
Joey.
See, look at that. Keep doing it.
Yeah, very nice.
Never in a million years did I think I would be calling this show and chanting that.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Look at that. Who needs Jake Bowers at the game on the line yesterday or Gary Sanchez? If Joey would have been up there with the bases loaded, they'd have won yesterday.
I do have to publicly apologize for the things I've said about Joey Ortiz this season.
Tell us what you said, Bodie.
Oh, he can't say it on the radio. Relax.
No, I can't. This is public radio. There's kids listening to this show.
Yeah,
true.
Good point, Bodie. Think of the kids.
But yeah, this was a fun game to watch with, and the fact that Ellie did hit that home run made it even better because it hit my parlay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hit your parlay?
Me and my dad going to the game tomorrow, and we get to see Brandon Stroh.
There you go. Well, get him a win, Bodie. All right, check in with us after the game tomorrow.
All right.
All right, take it easy.
Thanks, Bodie. All right, let's get one more in here before we go to break. Brian over in Valders. What's up, Brian?
Well, guys, I don't have much of a voice left after the Cubs series because I think I lost it. I could already talk this morning.
Yeah.
And this whole team needed this win tonight. I mean, this win was such a big uplift. I mean, granted, we were down 3-0. I wasn't saying many too good things myself. But
what did our first caller say, Austin? He said it was a get right game. This might be something to that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when you play 2 games against the Cubs like we did on Saturday and Sunday, and we had them in their grasp, but we just let it go. Like yesterday was just ridiculous, so this was a big get right game for us tonight, and especially to come back when you're down, but what I want to talk about a little bit with you guys is, you weren't talking about this when I first called in, and it was the whole ball strike thing with Gary Sanchez, and I just don't know if these guys have. Are we that bad of to not knowing the strike zone as batters?
No, well, I think it can fool you. First of all, Brian, you know that. I mean, what looks to be like you got a strike in there, it's definitely outside. It just nips that 1/10 of the plate. My point of contention was the strategy part of it, to where no matter what, Gary, man to man, look me in the eye. When we're down to 1 left, you can't challenge until late in the game, especially a tight ball game. This game was 8-1. I don't care who's challenging anything. Go ahead, go willy-nilly on me. I don't care. But when you play tight games in this year, Brewers are playing tight ball games every night. It's a tight ball game. That being said, the strategy part of it, and I'm no expert on it. We're all getting used to the ABS. But my feel is that most teams are keeping one in their hip pocket in close games. That's going to require some patience and some discipline. And clearly, I would assume they've talked to Gary about this, but clearly What was the second challenge he had? It was the fourth inning, guys. You're
Yeah, and it was
down.
the ball outside.
Exactly.
I mean, you just don't call. There's nobody on base, Tim. I mean, what are you challenging, Gary? I don't get it.
It wasn't a real pivotal count with runners on base. I mean, if it's 3-2 bases loaded, and you get a run out of the deal, okay, that's worth challenging. That's worth challenging because the outcome is you get a run instead of the strikeout. That I understand. But that situation Gary was in, but again, my whole point is across the board, do not challenge in a close game until after the 8th inning because we might need it.
Tim, there has been so many instances where we have had batters up there in crucial situations, and the ball is in the corner. We just sit there like, oh, we don't have the power to challenge. Well, why not?
Okay, well, maybe they've been told you're down to your final challenge. Don't, and Gary's the exception to the rule.
Okay,
here.
I got a better question. How many players on the team are told you are never allowed to challenge? Because you got to imagine that he's like David Hamilton, Cooper Pratt, like until further notice, like you can't challenge, right? I mean, you got to be somewhat proven in the bigs, right? Joey Ortiz, like until you hit 210, you're not challenging pitches.
To earn your challenges. Yes.
David Hamilton, like no, you bunt the baseball. Shut up, don't challenge, right? I mean, there's got to be a couple of guys where Murph's like, remember when Greg Jones challenged and everyone was like, this is no shot he's getting another one of those, and he blew it immediately.
Yes.
But guys, when you're a batter and when you're up at the plate. Yeah, Greg Jones. But when you're up at the plate and you're hitting, we've all been there. Come on. I mean, when you're up at the plate and you know the ball's outside, you challenge it. If you know it's outside, challenge it. But there's guys that are just saying, I'm not challenging. I mean, were they told they can't?
How about the check swing tonight off Freely?
Oh, that was garbage.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah. You were talking on Sparky's show about throwing something in a television, Tim.
Yep.
I swear to you, when that call was made against Seth Freelick, I darn it took that remote and threw it right smack it in the middle of that television.
Don't you want to do that at times?
Oh.
Don't you just? I think we've all been through that, where the remote's in your hand and you just want to just fire a fastball dead center.
I was standing behind home plate on Sunday, and I'll tell you, with my son and my grandson, and he had a box of popcorn on the ground, and right in front of us. And I'll tell you something: when we didn't score in that last inning, I want to take that bowl of popcorn and throw it so hard against that wall. You don't know how. I was so angry yesterday.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, they got right tonight, at least for tonight. Brian, thanks for the conversation.
You got it.
Yeah. All right. Pat Murphy coming up, and Joey Ortiz, big night tonight. It's so good for Joey.
He needed it. He needed it.
He needed that.
The rest of the team, Gary Sanchez, can't get an ABS challenge right. They've had
hits into
6
a game-ending double play.
It's his second hit with runners in scoring position since August 28th. That's what I heard. So maybe he did need it more than anyone else.
Maybe he did. Joey, can you promise me you're going to AmFam? You're going to do the Joey chants? Why not? Just have some fun with it. All right, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Brewers take game 1 of this 4-game series over the Reds, 5-3. Stick around, Murph on the way.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
How about it for Joey tonight coming through there?
Yeah. The guy has done so much for us over the last 2 years, playing an elite shortstop and then and just a trusted shortstop, and then going through everything he's had to go through this year, and then, getting a chance to play short again. He makes an error and then comes through the way he did. I can't tell you. The whole team is so happy for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really special. That was a Brewers win tonight. That we've seen that before, but it was gritty. We had no luck early. We hit 5 line drives that got caught. The kid made an incredible play in center field, and hope he's okay. But an incredible play, and the line drive in right field by Gary that got caught. Sal's line drive right at him. You can go on and on, but we were having good at bats. We just couldn't come up with anything, and for Gas to keep us close, and then. Hammy made a couple defensive plays, but everybody played, all 13 position players played. And yeah, it was really special. Special that Joey was the hero.
After a couple of years of playing most every day, for that to change recently, have you seen signs of frustration or head hanging?
I've seen the opposite. I've seen great attitude. I've seen having fun again. I've seen a kid that's accepted his role. And looking forward to be just a good Major League Baseball player for a while. I'm really happy for him.
Maybe taking some pressure off?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just see what I see. He's been a delight to be around. Teammate. He always has been. He's a great person. Cares about others. Yeah.
Murph, what about Sal's at bats tonight? He was the one that got things going again in the 8th.
Look at Sal over the last 20 days. He's been tremendous. Every at bat. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. And you look up here in a month and you'll be like, oh, he's Sal again,
Mark and Bryce's at bat. Had 2 tough swings at the sweeper and then sits back on it. It's been just that kind of at bat we haven't seen in a while from him.
Right. Yeah, he's been working at it. You saw yesterday, what did he do? It's like a sprinkler head, right? When you're trying to get everything going over here, what does a sprinkler do? It comes back. And he did it. Yesterday, he had 3 balls to the left side. It was just a matter of time before he timed something up. Got himself connected again and timed something up. Great swing.
Murph, you mentioned the loud outs early in the game. How hard is it for guys to stay in their approach, trust their process when you're going through this tough stretch as a team with runners in scoring position? How hard is it?
Well, we talked about it today. We had a little get together today. The position players. I wasn't real nice, but we talked about don't worry about the result. Have an edge and play with an edge in every game.
Murph, Bowers and Yelich pitch hitting late and starting the rally. How does one stay ready to enter the game late?
You're aware that there's 13 position players and there's a lot of handedness going on where guys are way better against different handed pitching, and you force that action. So they were ready. And we tell them, you're probably going to go in the game here. You're probably going to go in the game here. So they keep their bodies loose. 3rd or 4th inning, they keep themselves loose. Know that it happens somewhere around the 5th or the 6th, if not the 7th or the 8th. They're moving around and ready. And when we go out to the field, they watch the game on TV and they go in and hit in the cage. Kind of predict who they're going to face, knowing that they're relievers. So they put it on traject and they get the pitcher they're going to face, maybe. Yeah.
Murph, what role did Chad's outing play in keeping this one within reach?
Yeah. It's big. Gasser and Chad, big. Ashby was real good. And McGill was – both of them are throwing the ball well. McGill's throwing the ball incredible, him and Uribe. But McGill was incredible. Ashby was very, very good. But Chad Patrick, you're right. He was back to his old self a little bit.
I know you don't read too much of the Bueller readings, but is it encouraging to see Chad's stuff looking the way he does still.
Yep. That's a fastball you got on her. Yeah, I mean, you can't go up there looking cutter now.
What do you like about what Gas gave you tonight?
I loved it. Gas game was resilient, made one bad pitch, but, did a good job. William, got to give him credit. William didn't have any hits tonight, but he influenced the game in a big way.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game. Brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
I can only hope that Tim Allen, whenever anyone comes up to him and says, hey, we heard the show yesterday. Just want to know, what was going through your mind before that show happened there, Tim? I just hope you say credit Tommy.
Tommy.
Like at one point during your life, if you could do it an eighth of the amount Pat Murphy does,
right.
I would feel overly grateful for the credit he gives William Contreras.
Just squeezed it in there at the end of the presser.
At the end, credit to him.
Credit William.
Just one time. Credit Tommy. Just one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll get it in there.
Credit Tommy.
We will. A really interesting little offensive team meeting today. Very interesting. What's even more interesting, we had a caller as we were filling in for Sparky earlier this afternoon that said it was time for an offensive team meeting. That's crazy. That tells you how sports fans, or in this case Brewer fans, can be right. Well, you guys can call the shots too.
Do you know who listened? Our insurance run of the game.
Fly ball to center. Back is Friedel. Still back at the warning track.
Yeah. Oh, he needed that. Boy, he needed that.
Boy, he needed that. Wow. Yeah, there he is. Joey Ortiz. It's no snowman, but a levering shock to see a homer from Joey Ortiz. It's pretty good too. Running a business like a championship run, one bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance.
Another reason why you look at this team, and they're a good, really good baseball team. They just are. The perception is that, oh my God, they're scuffling. Oh, man, what are they going to do? They got to get this thing back on the rails again. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games. I don't know how they do that to you. They fool you. Baseball can fool you a little bit. Isn't the end game winning baseball games? I think so. And yet after yesterday's loss, just that one loss gave that perception that, coming off the rails here a little bit. Not really. 5-2 in their last 7. We'll take that. 20 games over 500 at 51-31. Talk more after the break here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Brewers win 5-3. Final few minutes here on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and a Joey Ortiz appreciation night tonight.
Oh,
I think that's what it is, though.
Sure. You know, I was at the Joey Ortiz game. Do you remember the Joey Ortiz game?
Is that was it a Yankee? No.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
Yankee
it was.
game.
It was
Yeah.
a Yankee game. Because so I actually I can't remember if I came back or if I just had left, or I can't remember, but obviously I am attached to the Northwoods League, and Joey Ortiz was a Wilmer Stinger the year before I got there. And then 2 years later, fast forward, he's traded for Corbin freaking Burns, right? And I was at the game where he hit his first career home run, and he had a walk-off later on in that game.
Yep.
That's the Joey Ortiz game.
Yes, Yankees.
Yes, it was a Yankee game.
And that's when we were thinking, oh, okay, this Burns deal. Oh, yeah, they might have fleeced him.
The Brewers then would proceed to give up 30 runs in the other two games.
Oh, yeah.
They gave up 15 in each of them. But, yeah, Joey Ortiz had his first career homer. In the same game, Blake Perkins homered. How many games have Joey Ortiz and Blake? I might be at the only game in history where Joey Ortiz and Blake Perkins homered in the same game.
Buy a lottery ticket. Yes, on that. I mean, could you imagine some of the odds on that?
Gary Sanchez played in that game as well. It was just his first stint with the Brewers.
Yeah, think of the odds. I'm going to place a wager on both of those guys hitting a home run tonight.
Man, Churio batted 9th in that game, 8th in that game. Wow, crazy.
Okay.
Joey Ortiz batted 7th. Unreal.
But Joey-O, a big night tonight. That 2-run home run in the 8th inning. Murphy mentioned it that they're all rooting for him, and I mean that is. When Murph said this was a Brewers win, he used all 13 position players. What have we talked about all season long? You know, when people are griping about what's Perkins doing in there, and why is Ortiz or Hamilton? If you're on a roster for Pat Murphy, you're going to play. Period. Doesn't matter. There is no, well, he's only had 2 at-bats in the last 9 days. That will not occur under Pat Murphy. So get used to it. I'm sort of getting used to it. Now, the starts we can debate. That part does frustrate me at times. Bowers doesn't start. Vaughn, I mean, a lot of people were on that. Vaughn should be starting every day or whatever.
2 hits off a righty today, by the way.
Yeah, and that does frustrate me at times as much as any other Brewer fan. But my point is, if you are on this roster, you're going to play way more than you would think. Way more than one would think. Look at how much playing time and starts Perkins is getting. Yet you have guys like Sal Frelick and Garrett Mitchell and Jake Bowers that can play the outfield. Interesting. Brewers go back at it in game 2 tonight, a 6:40 first pitch. It'll be Brandon Sprout, Rhett Lauder on the hill again for the Cincinnati Reds. Tommy, you've got the 17-hour pregame show.
Hour and a half. No one else doing it in the biz.
Nobody is doing that. An hour and a half. And you get everything you need, including the parlay of the day. How'd you do?
We were 1 for 2 on it today.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
Churio. I've been trying to ride Churio. Like, I'm going to catch it when he gets it, and he just hasn't got it as of late.
Right.
So, but I did have the spread 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a 5-3 win. After the game tonight, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show will be here live in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Also, more Brewers conversation coming up tomorrow afternoon as myself and Charlie Houston fill in for Sparky. Sparky has a new language we've detected. You have to speak promo to him.
Make sure you guys tune in at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Hey, Tim, can you give me a call in 15 seconds? Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Enjoy this one, Joey Ortiz. Keep the Joey chants going. I think it's kind of cool. Personally, I think it's cool. All right, for Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. See you tomorrow afternoon. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.